morning and welcome to our garden again. So Moscow has recently mowed the lawn. Good job.
Thank you.
And we've done some weeding to get rid of all the weeds in the lawn. And we did it together, teamwork. And now we are thinking that this area here, which is number one, very hard to mow because it's right alongside our fruit bed. And number two, has a trail, although maybe the camera's picking it up, of a cat. Not our cat, but a different cat.
Going all the way from there to over there.
Yeah, that moves across. Oh, your shadow. You can see you like Peter Pan. We're thinking of turning this area into a meadow bed. And partly the reason for that is because at our wedding, we gave everybody these seeds. So we have some left over. And they are for bees and butterflies mix. They are all British perennials and annuals and wildflowers, so it'd be really, really nice to see how this progresses. And just around about now is the right kind of time. What we're going to try and do is scour kind of this square area in front of here, either using a rake or we might have to turn a bit of it over with a fork. Sorry, Moscow. And then we will probably wait till sowing the seeds till later in the evening. So one of the tips that I learnt watching other people is it's best to weed in the heat of the day and then turn everything over, because if you pull things up and you damage them at this time of day, they're more likely to wilt and therefore less likely to grow back. So if we can kind of get this bit scoured, we don't mind so much the grass, it's more of the bigger weeds that we just want to get up, and we want to kind of work out what boundary we're going to use. And then we sow late in the evening and then water. Hopefully a lot of the plants that we've dug up will have killed by this afternoon. Now I have a short time limit to do this because Moscow wants to go post a video. The perils of living with a YouTuber. Your day is completely run. Well, yeah, but my day isn't completely run by the time the videos come out. My videos come out when Moscow feels like editing them and putting them out, while his have a strict deadline so you don't get upset. We'll show you what the progress is in about, I don't know, probably 15 minutes. What we're doing is we've raked the whole area over. Thank you, Moscow, for demonstrating. And as you can see, it's a bit different now from the grass to the left of it, right of it, all around it. You can see there's more earth exposed. We don't want to get rid of the grass completely because the meadow had the base is grass. But what we want to do is break it up so that there are areas of bare ground where the seeds can then germinate and hopefully grow quicker than the grass will around it. Fingers crossed. So look at him go. Macho man. So we're just going to leave it for the afternoon in the heat of the sun. It's around about midday. So although I said good morning, it was actually probably just turned lunchtime, hadn't it? And then Moscow, he's going to demonstrate. He now mows over the top of it on a very short setting. Very good mowing. This is a good hack so you don't have to pick up everything. The lawnmower does it for you. Thank you, my glamorous assistant. Thank you. And we will come back later on in the evening, just before I do the garden watering, and I will sow the seeds, top it with a little bit of dressed soil, and then we will see what progress we make. So here's my single tulip, all the way from Amsterdam. It's the only one that's flowered this year. Now the issue is along here, which is the side of the house, it's really shaded for large periods of the day. So you can see even moss has grown and things like that. So they don't probably get enough sunlight, but some things are flourishing. Anyway, I've got this blank bit of dirt here. It does have some weeds. Could spend forever trying to weed it. So what I'm going to try is these were given to me by my friend. They're called bee bombs. They contain native wildflowers, and I'm not going to use all of them, but maybe like 5 or 6. Scatter them around. And they come in this lovely little Hessian bag. They are clay, and so it doesn't really matter there are other weeds here. They do say they'll take a while to grow. And you just scatter them around. Oop. They look a little bit like cat poo, so hopefully I won't put them in the bin like I do with cat poos. A few around like so. So the idea is when it rains or when I water it, the clay will start to dissolve, spread apart, and the seeds will get scattered. So I'll probably leave just that collection there and weed out things that I recognise and see what grows. So, amendment. The actual word for what we did isn't scouring. That's what you do when you do washing up, trying to get stuff off a saucepan. My dad had a good laugh. It's scarifying. I knew it began with S. SC. It's quite close. So we scarified this area. And actually you can see, it's about an hour and a half since we last did it. You can see the difference between the area that is like the normal lawn. We have done some weeding, so there are some bits, that gaps, and the area that we scarified. I have my trusty helper carrying seeds. Ta-da! And it's much later in the evening, and what we're going to do is sow the seeds over the area, put a little sprinkling compost over the top, and water them in. Although this camera makes it look quite bright, actually.
Yeah.
Impressive. It's actually about 7:30. Would you want to demonstrate, or do you know what you're doing?
I never have any idea what I'm doing.
So you take some in your hand and you sprinkle in the area where sprinkle. Beautiful sprinkling. Fabulous. Now, if we'd been professionals and I'd remembered, one of the things you can do is when you're doing meadow seeds is you mix them with sand. It helps with weighting them, but also knowing where you've done it. We've done it everywhere. But what we're going to do is sprinkle some sand over the area, then some soil. Because all meadow plants like quite well draining soil. So by putting sand in there, it will make sure that it keeps it really well drained. So, like so. Whee! Gonna get my slave back to work. Let's go. Makeshift sieve.
Good sprinkle.
We've had many a hose.
Yes.
Could do a whole video on hoses.
History of hoses. Probably about like 20-minute video, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And we'll keep watering it maybe once every 2 days. But you can definitely see the difference between normal lawn and
that lawn.
And to end today's video, some footage of Smokey doing his frog spotting. He likes to sit on the rockery and spot frogs. I hope he won't have any luck tonight. Thank you for watching. Bye!